So if you're a big guy, here's a watch for you. If you're not big guy, if you like normal watches, there's a version 42 mils, and you will be surprised about this fella. It may not look so on the wrist, but you'll be surprised when I tell you how big it is. That's what she said. What? So this is a Longines Hydroconquest in quartz. Normally very cool watch, and even though this quartz, I would say, yeah, but it's quartz, nothing special. But this is a very cool quartz watch. The uncool thing about this is that this is a watch from the era when the big watches were a must and were trends, were big watches and nothing else. Today, big trends are to collect Rolex. Here's take a look at my collection. I'm 25 years old and I have a $50,000 collection, and I'm interested. I like watches, and I click and there's a Rolex, nothing else. There's no horology there. You just wanna flex with your. And there's nothing wrong with that. Flex, go ahead. But I'm having a hard time to call you a collector, watch horological collector, because you have no Seiko in your collection. Yeah, that's right. And anyways, rant over. Today I want to show you the Longines Hydroconquest Quartz Chronograph. There's a very special editions of this one, and this is a very chunky monkey. This is 47 and a half without a crown, guys. So it's a really beast of a watch. It's a monster, and the band here is 24. See, it's 24, the width of this band. So I thought this was 22, but it's 24. It's quite thick also if you're interested. And I have nothing against big watches, but only 19. Seriously, 19. So I have nothing against big watches, because big watches are for big people, for large people like Arnold, like, I don't know. If you're a big guy, I know big guys. I don't mean fat guys. I don't mean fat guys, but there are guys who are generally born big with big bones and tall guys, and those are usually the very nice and the kindest people you'll meet. Contrary to the popular belief, the package isn't poison is kept in small pack bottles. And this is a watch for a big guy. And unfortunately, this is a watch when there was a trend. So no matter you're big or small or little guy, it was a watch. The bigger, the better. And this is approved. 47 and a half, guys. I wore Breitlings, which are 45, and they were quite big, and I tried to wear this one. I will roll in you some of the photos so you can see I wore this watch, and you can feel it on your wrist. Definitely you can feel it. And my wrist is 19 and a half centimeters, and it works on my wrist because lug to lug is not big. I haven't checked it, but I will check it out right now. Lug to lug is 53. So lug to lug is 53, so it kind of does not go over my wrist. I wore smaller watches that were bigger on my wrist, and overall it has a nice curved lugs that hugs your wrist, and 24 band and everything. So back in, I don't know, 10 years ago, big watches were the rage, and it's a thing of fashion, and I wear watches as low as 33 mils comfortable in the wrist, and I wore this one, and it can be worn. However, let me just say there's a version of 42 mils of Longines like this one, and Conquest without the diving thing, without the diving bezel. There's a Conquest a bit more elegant. But the cool thing about this watch as the moment. It's a quartz moment. ETA produced, specially produced quartz moment with a split second, 110 seconds. So let me just show you this bad boy, what it can do. It can. So let's say you are measuring races or car race, or I don't know, whatever, horse race or whatnot, and there's your first contestant. let's say you're measuring a races or something and you wanna use that split second. So see, very cool. It has 2 second hands and it's really interesting and cool chords to play around. Absolutely cool watch to play around, and it's very interesting from that standpoint. So it's not just any regular quartz movement playing. This is actually a cool one. And there are watches like Longines St. Moritz Chronograph or Roland Garros 100 of a second, and lots of them. And some people think they're gonna be collectibles and sought after in the future. I think they're a bit delusional, but if you like quartz, this is the one you like the best. And I like quartz watches. I have nothing against them. I just like mechanical watches more. But when I have to have a quartz watch, I like to have something special, complicated, like uh, for a mechanical complication like this, I think the cheapest one you can find is IWC double chronograph, which I reviewed. You can check it out, Doppel Chronograph, IWC double chronograph from the 90s, and that's a ETA modular movement, but it's very cool. It has a split second chronograph or double chronograph, or I don't know. There are many names for it, but yeah, you have here minute counter, 30-minute counter here. You have here hour counter, and this is just regular second hand. So this watch can record intermediate time or it can record a second finish. So very cool watch overall. Other than that, this is just a beefed up, oversized Longines Hydroconquest. It has a very dominant bezel sound. Check this out. Of course, I need to place it where it belongs. Aluminum bezel insert, so this is a bit older version. Nowadays they come with a ceramic bezel insert. That's absolutely fine. Pushers are here. You have big screw down crowns, Longines signed. Everything's big and beefy on this watch. It may not look on the video, but it is. These are the pushers here, nicely integrated with the crown guards. Kind of makes watch even more bigger than this 47.5. Like that's not big enough. And on the case back, standard Longines. Again, if you like this kind of watch, there is a 42mm version of a Conquest and a Hydroconquest. The difference between Conquest and Hydroconquest is and bezel, and they both have screw down crowns, but this one has a dive bezel, and Conquest has a plain bezel. It's more of a, let's say, elegant, absolutely big Longines logo, which I like. I like Longines case backs, hourglass with the wings, and people who are serious collectors, not those colorful Rolex collectors who collect vintage Longines, some of them don't want anything with the hourglass and the wings. They want older stuff, and Longines used to make some great watches, and this is a very cool watch. Again, you can see the reference L38434. 300-meter water resistant. This watch is really beast. Longines bracelet standard, like on any Hydroconquest. I did review a normal Hydroconquest with a 41, 42, I believe, and this is the same bracelet. Very good quality. The only thing I don't like on Longines bracelet is this part here. This thin part, it's sub bare, but the rest of it, it's very, very, very beefy. It has a dive extension here. Let me just show you. I don't think this is a proper diving watch, but it has a, because it's a Hydroconquest, it has a dive extension. So the finish on it, mirror finish, some brushed lugs here or here, minimal beveling. There's not a big beveling, and the bracelet is a two-tone finish bracelet with the polished center links and the brushed side links. Very nice, good quality watch. The only downside is the beefiness and bigness of this watch, but I only review what I can get, so trust me on this one. 42 version of this one is equally good as this one, so definitely I recommend, especially if you like quartz. This is a great way to add something of a super complication on your chords, because normal chronograph ain't gonna cut it. This is a split second chronograph, or 100 of a second chronograph. You can record intermediate times, 100 of a second, or a second finish. So it's all a bit complicated for my small brain, because yeah, and it's the hormones and the chicken, to be honest. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Short video, sweet. I don't know how short this will be, but yeah, that's it. Very cool watch. Love the red accents on it. I'm a big fan of a Longines Hydroconquest line at all. I reviewed the automatic divers, the quartz. I reviewed also Conquest, which is like a dressy water 300 water resistant dressy watch without the divers thing. But I kind of like the Hydro Conquest because of the dive bezel and everything. This one's absolutely big. So if you're a big guy, here's a watch for you. If you're not a big guy, if you like normal watches, there's a version 42 mils, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and see you on the next one.